How did the Vikings end, or who wiped them out? Before we get to the gruesome meat of this article, we first need to acknowledge who the Vikings were, or more accurately, what they were. Alright lads, to put it bluntly, the village is doing crap, the harvest was rubbish, and our wives are nagging us to do something about it. Let's go sailing and steal some stuff. The Vikings were people who, often, hailed from along the banks of Vix, which was the Old Norse word for rivers and fjords. These isolated warlike people were forced to traverse the rivers and waterways to trade and move around the terrain of the far north, which led to the development of excellent longboats that were equally capable of navigating shallow Vix and the rough North Sea. We all know the rest. They sailed around raiding and pillaging everyone, forming larger warbands to take on more powerful targets. The tribes of the Vix had created an occupation, Viking. After a while, those people who lived along the Vix and were partial to going Viking decided their farmland at home really sucked. Successful Viking expeditions increasingly ended in Norse settlements of conquered fertile lands, leaving us with countless Viking settlements across Europe, Dublin and York being two of the most famous. Lads, I'm not going home. This farmland is rich and I've captured a beautiful local woman who doesn't speak Norse. Tell my nagging wife back home I died in battle. After 300 years of relentless Vikings, their occupation slowly faded, and many factors led to this, including the spread of Christianity in Norse society, the formation of unified nations in the Norse world, and the evolution of defensive strategies employed by the victims of Vikings. However, the descendants of Viking settlers were very much still around, with huge populations in the north of France and across the British Isles.